Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Hello. It is good to be back. Oh my gosh, chat, it's good to be back. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Real quick, let me go ahead and like address the super chats real quick. Wings of Hope, thank you so much for the Yakasupa. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome back, Quaymander. You got to the storm. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I guess I could talk a little bit about that afterwards, but thank you so much for the Akasupa. Thank you. Umemi, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Life Fortuna, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh, chat, thank you. Oh no, I don't think I can keep up. Jetto, thank you so much for the super chat. Blank, thank you for the super chat. Small Haru, Mushipan, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, everybody. Great, thank you for the super chat. Keisha, great, thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, before we start, I gotta say something. It's starting to get hot. Like, I don't know if this is a thing that everyone else experiences. Thank you for the wall of hearts. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. V-Life Fortuna, thank you for the Yakasuba. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Denzaj, Okoiri, welcome back. Don't forget to look out for your health. Now going to bed. Sorry, I can't read that. Thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Thank you. And Iva, Okoiri, welcome back. Thank you so much for the gift or the return membership. It's really good to be back. Chat, this has been an ordeal. Okay, so I'll just talk a bit about it. The place that I live in it's all kinds of dumb, is all I can say. Lynn, welcome to the collective. Welcome. Hey Dwayne, thank you for the super chat. Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to see everyone again. Okay, so the place that I live in here, this region, is very dumb. Power issues, network issues, this, that, and the other, just a whole bunch of other issues. I'm just still trying to save up so I can get out of here and move to some other place. It'll be a couple of... maybe some time before that, but yeah. Okay, so on Tuesday, what happened was I was just kind of like doing my thing, and I was like doing my work, recording stuff off stream, because we do have a couple of other things coming out that I can't talk about yet, but we have in the pipeline, so really excited to share those. So I was like working on getting those done, and then out of nowhere the power goes out. And well, okay, so it wasn't really out of nowhere. Like the entire day it was like super windy, but this area doesn't like, we've had wind that strong before in the past, so like I didn't really think too much of it, which is why I felt confident of just being like, hey, like I'm gonna go record this voice tweet and like it'll be probably back up soon, right? Did you lose all your work? Yes, everything that I had, it didn't save. I think whatever happened like in the middle, like a really bad timing with like the auto backup, because the backup like didn't catch like 5 minutes of the recording, where like you have the good recording, you know? I don't know if this is something that anyone else experiences, but like for me, there'll be moments when like I'll be doing a line and the line is maybe 6-7 minutes long, right? Maybe like the whole piece is just 5 minutes, right? But it'll take me, or like 5 minutes, but it'll take me like 6-7 minutes to record. But like every single time, I swear, whenever I get like the good recording, something happens. Something happens. All right. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent real quick. I have a neighbor, and I don't know what they do. Their backyard is made of concrete. All right. So I have a neighbor. Their backyard is made of concrete, and then for some reason, every now and then, my neighbor will start galloping. And when I say galloping, I mean like literally just straight up galloping. Like the cadence that they'll walk in will be like da 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 da. Like they'll literally just galloping. Okay, like hang on, I don't know. Here, let me get a book. Okay, I'll get a book and then I'll tap out what they sound like. Right? They do this. Like they'll gallop like that. Okay. And I know they're galloping because they're wearing flip-flops. And they're wearing flip-flops and they're galloping on concrete. I don't know why, but they do this like sporadically for like maybe 3 minutes at a time, 2 minutes at a time, right? Then they'll pause for like 8 minutes to like 12 minutes. And then they'll start galloping again, right? I don't know what they're doing. But they're outside and they're just galloping in flip-flops onto the concrete. And it is loud. It is very loud. I swear they're using like hard leather or like wooden flip-flops or something, right? But it's loud. So it's gotten to the point where I'll have my window open because it's like really hot, right? And then like when I hear them galloping, I'll like leave the window open, right? And then I'll count down like 3 minutes or so, right? When it gets to like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll go ahead and close the window because I'm preparing for them to go ahead and stop for like about 8 minutes, right? SPX, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. It's not like Monty Python. Like they're literally wearing their flip-flops. It's not like coconuts where they're just like tapping with coconuts, right? But they're like straight up just galloping in their backyard. But like every now and then they'll get tricky and I'll be like, I'll record something for like 4 minutes. I'll get in the mood and I'll be feeling it and I'll be like, yeah, this is good. I haven't like flubbed a line or misspoken or mispronounced the word of this or that, right? And it'll be like 4 minutes, right? And then like right as I get to like the good part, they'll start galloping again. And it'll be so loud that you can hear it pick up on my microphone. And there's no way to get rid of it. There's like, I've tried every single tool in like every single like VST plugin that I have, right? There's no such plugin to remove flip-flops galloping on concrete sound effects. So it always happens, right? But like every single time you get a good take, right? And on Tuesday, instead of the person galloping, it was the wind. So I didn't do any recording, or I was trying to do some recording like in the morning when it was like super windy, but I couldn't get much done because it was so loud. And then it quieted down a little bit, but enough for me to like, get a couple of things in. And then as I was recording, again, gets the good part where it's like, oh, it's good, it's gonna be good. Like this is the take. I know this is gonna be the take. Everything goes out. Everything. Like the entire neighborhood, it just goes completely silent. And the power had gone out like instantly for the entire area. And it's been happening so frequently here that I actually have like a thing set up on my phone so that when power does go out, Lawrence, welcome to the collective. Welcome. Sam, thank you for the super chat. Stop galloping or I'll start walloping. I wish. That'd be great. If I was a way to like just shout at them, but no, I figured that it'll just make it worse. But yeah, so I have a thing set up on my phone where like the moment it goes down, it'll automatically start searching for Wi-Fi signals, and it could not find a single one. So like the entire region just went dark. And I have like some backup batteries and like solar panels, which are fully charged on the first day, that were set up. And for some reason, it's always just the power. Like the internet is fine. Zama-sama, thank you for the super chat. Glad you made it through the storm safe and warm. Yeah, I'm really glad too. But I have like two batteries, one for my router and one for my modem. So like I got those plugged in, which is I was able to like start sending like messages and stuff and like stay on Discord and everything. But the thing that like stuck out as a red flag to me was that whenever power goes out, usually within like half an hour or so, there's like a little update that says like, hey, by the way, like we know your power is out and we're going to send someone over to fix it. It had been like 2 hours and there had been absolutely no updates. And I was like, oh no, this is going to be serious. Which is around when I sent that, the voice tweet out, just letting everyone know like, hey, by the way, it's like super windy, super stormy, and the power is out. You get power updates, not this time. Usually it's like, hey, we assigned some repair technicians to go over to the place and see what's up. And then they'll give you like periodic, like half an hour updates or so, like every 30 minutes or so. They'll go and be like, oh yeah, we've identified the cause and we're fixing it. Here's the ETA and all that. So, welcome to the collective. Welcome. More serious. It was more serious than the usual problems, yeah. But it was pretty bad. And like, I looked at the map, and I wish I could have taken like a time-lapse photo of the map. Because like the entire thing was, well, it was mostly green when I opened it up, with like little spots of orange here and there. And then as I kept refreshing it, the orange went to like dark orange and then red, and then the red spots started spreading around the map even more. Oh my god, it was crazy just watching it. And like every single time I refreshed, there'd be like 3 more neighborhoods that went down and affected like 300 to 500 more people, and just kept going down over and over again. And it was really spooky. But like usually it's not that bad. Usually it's done, like repaired within like 6 hours tops, 8 hours at most. But like no, this one was pretty bad. When it got to like 1 a.m. because I don't know if you guys had heard the sad to know. Oh, Koiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Do you have a UPS or a PC? I used to, but not anymore. The UPS is too, it's like, it's nice to have, but the UPS only really works for my modem and the router, because my PC is too big. It eats the battery too quickly and then just like drains the entire thing in a couple of minutes. So alas, I think it's more useful for me to save the UPS backup power for my router and my modem to at least keep the Wi-Fi going for a while, rather than my PC, unfortunately. Yeah. Did you have to throw out all your food? No, we kept the refrigerator completely closed and we didn't like open it or touch it. But yeah, a backup generator. Oh my gosh. So the region that I currently live in right now has like we've been through quite a lot of these power outages. So like the entire neighborhood has backup generators. As soon as like the strongest part of the storm finished, what ended up happening is like you could hear like everybody turning on their generators, and you could hear like the little whirring in the background because people were turning on their generators. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. to record the thing, and then like 2 a.m. the first day, and then just like decided to like try to edit it, and I couldn't get it to work, and then I had to like go and charge my phone. And then I was like, no, screw it, it's done. Like, we're just gonna send it. And then just waited until like the whole thing was finished uploading. It just takes forever to upload. But like, I recorded it at night when people had turned their generators off to go to sleep. But yeah. Raylan, thank you so much for this super chat. I can't heal the area's electricity, but sparkles for luck can prevent this from happening again. Thank you, thank you. I checked the forecast. It's probably going to happen again tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. There's another big storm coming into this region of Utopia, so I appreciate the thought. Thank you, but it's probably going to happen again. Moonlight, thank you so much for the super chat. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but I miss you. Okay, that's a bye. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the super chat. But yeah, it's probably gonna happen again next week. There's another storm coming. I don't know. I'll try to figure out if I can like prepare something beforehand or like schedule something so that it goes out there. It's not that great. It is. It is what it is. But I say that with the knowledge that I've already said it is what it is like 40 times just this month, and we're like only on the 16th of March. Koga, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. You should take care of your health more, Shinri. It's not my health that's an issue right now. It's just like the power and the internet. I can't really do much more, you know? Life be that way, yeah. I think one of the things is, Tori, thank you for the yellow super chat. Moving to a place with a better power grid fund. I hope so. The very like first time we had like these power outages was like a couple of years ago, actually, like around 2016 or so, 2015. Like there was a power outage. It was only for about a day. And it wasn't too bad, but like since then, it's been getting worse and worse. I think the longest time we've had a power outage was about 5 days. And it was bad enough for the first 2 days. I was like, you know what, maybe we can tough it out and see how bad it can get. And then by the third day, I was like done with everything. I like just drove myself to the local library to like get work done because like I just could not wait. It was really bad. Yeah. So what it did was like the way that I would take a shower would be I would turn on like the flashlight on my phone. And then I would go ahead and get whatever else other like flashlight devices I have that like emit light, and I'll just light it up in the bathroom and I'll face it against the mirror so it just kind of like reflects around the walls, and then I'll take a shower with that. Did you at least have hot water? Yeah, this building, the plumbing, I guess, uses gas, not electricity. So I did have hot water at the very least. But like I would use flashlights to like light up the bathroom while I took a shower, and then sadly it was not bright enough to like read the lyrics of the songs that I had stuck onto the walls, so I couldn't sing, but it was like visible enough that I could see where everything was. Momi Mamomi Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Welcome back, miss you so much. Thankful to have you in my life. Well, grateful for you. Love you. Thank you. How about coffee, by the way? We boiled coffee. We have like a stove. So my housemates and I, we all just did it the old-fashioned way, lit a fire, boiled some water, and then the way that we did the coffee was we don't have like those separate coffee drip cups. What are they called again? Boiled coffee? Oh no, it was just no. Okay, so we had ground coffee, and what we did was we put that into, those like modern coffee machine makers, right? That have like a little container where you put the coffee grinds, the filter, right? Because there was no electricity, it didn't work. But what we could do was we opened the little container so it swung out, and then we boiled water over a pot, and then we carefully poured the water through the filter that we had swung out from the coffee machine maker, and then we like waited for it to brew that way. It was very like clunky, but like we got it to work because it was just like we had to do it. Like there was no other way that we were going to be able to survive, especially without any power, if we didn't have like the coffee with us in the morning. But like I think the old-fashioned way is to like take the beans, grind them, and then put them into the pot themselves, and then boil the pot. But yeah, we didn't have like a I don't even know what they call percolators. Ceramic coffee dripper. Yeah, I think it was a coffee dripper or something like that. We don't have one of those. We should get one of those though. We should. Depends on how you're doing it, but that's one way. I see. I don't know if we could have done that. I worry about like putting coffee beans into a pot and just boiling it. I worry that it'll like burn and stick to the surface of the pot. I have not done that before. Always wanted a coffee dripper. I see them in stores a lot. There's a few cheap ones that you kind of like, you stock up in the morning and then you just pour water. And then the only thing it does is heat the water and drip it through. That's the only one that really has. Do you usually like plain black coffee? Yes, I do. The first night, we didn't really get much done. Or like in terms of the coffee, like we just had instant coffee that we shared. But it was like... my housemates didn't appreciate it, right? But like my thought was like, hey, imagine this is like the end of the world. It's like the apocalypse, right? There's no power out there, so we're like cooking boiling water and then finding these like little packets of instant coffee to like make coffee to drink out of while we're surviving against like the end times, you know? Like you had to make it fun somehow. And then of course my housemates are like, dude, seriously, you're like 30, like grow up, man. Like that's what they would do, but you can't really blame them, you know. But no, like you gotta find a way to like make it fun, right? Post-apocalyptic roleplay. Exactly. So like you can do the whole moody, like you drink out of like a little tin Diamond, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. You can drink out of a tin cup and then just stare out like what's the word, listfully out against the window, and then like look out at the end times in the world as you pretend like the rain is, I don't know, blood or something, and there's zombies everywhere. Isn't coffee a luxury in that scenario? It is, yes. So it's like we're enjoying some, like, you know, we're enjoying the good stuff. We join you in the end times roleplay. Chat, I do have to say one thing. That was very boring. I don't know. Like, I was trying to figure out what I could do to be productive, and I realized like I couldn't do any recording, or I couldn't do too much recording because the way that I usually record is that I now use Reaper, and then I'll like record, do a take, listen to it back, and then all that. But there really isn't like a good recording program on mobile devices yet, and I didn't want to waste too much power trying to record things until like I just got super bored, and I was like, I'm gonna record something and then just like full send it on YouTube. Wayna Panda, thank you for the super chat. Drink out a cleaned can of beans, and then you could say you're drinking bean water. Oh, that would be even more like aesthetic, right? Like you would have like a can of chili or something, and then you would eat it, you'd rinse it out, and then you would stick it over a fire, and then you would use that to like cook more food in. And then you would have like those like ripped gloves with like the really tattered jacket, and your like hands are kind of like shivering a little bit. You're trying to keep warm, and you have the little can of beans cooking over the fire. It's like the post-apocalyptic aesthetic. I think it's really nice. Wait, whoops, thank you for the super chat. End times final cup of coffee roleplay fun. Thank you. I agree, thank you for the super chat. End times have come. Shinri's at the window with coffee, smiling at the chaos outside. This is fine. Yeah. Honestly, I think what I would say is I would just sit there and then just like sip, and then as I sip I'll be like, it is what it is, and then just enjoy the end world. Like, I don't know, chat. I think it'd be fun. Because here's the thing. It's like any other big problem. It's either one, not really a problem because it's manageable, or two, it stops becoming your problem and it becomes everyone else's problem. If you catch my drift. Keisha, thank you for the super chat. They can never let this man catch a break. Oh my goodness. I think that's what I want to do. I want like 6 months of no internet problems, of no power problems. That'd be nice. Of no like natural disasters of any kind. I've been watching HBO's The Last of Us and it certainly got me thinking, right? Like, I don't know. It's something about like the fantasy of enjoying that. Like, it doesn't really have to be anything real, but just like the idea of being able to enjoy, I don't know, like a nice drink, a nice beverage during the end times when the world is, you know, on fire. It's got me thinking, how can anyone write this bad? Arnulfo, thank you for the super chat. Remember doing some like that in my hometown in Mexico when the power went out for a week. Oh my goodness, a week. I was a kid back then, so no one questioned the kids' make-believe fun. Hope it wasn't too bad though. A week sounds like a long time. I know what it's like for power to go out for a week. Maybe enjoy the tranquility. I tried to enjoy the tranquility, and then I got bored after about 2 hours. I was like, I want to do things. I want to record. I want to like start organizing more projects. Danny DeVito, Alquady, wow. Happy you're back. Glad to be back. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you, thank you. Do you have any books to read? All my books are on my Kindle. So I needed power for that. And then I realized, like, when I went to go check it, like, I'd only downloaded like 3 books, and then the rest I needed Wi-Fi for, and that wasn't gonna happen. So after I got the power back up, I did download a bunch more. Nat Moms, thank you for the super chat. Tomorrow's her birthday, but I will make a wish for you. May everything be fine, and thankful that I found you. Thank you for the comfy stream. Power back quickly. Oh, I see. Happy birthday, Nat Moms, or happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Hope you have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. But thank you again for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. This is my paper superior. I actually do like paper quite a bit, actually. I like it because I can write on it. Like, I can go ahead and like take notes. Thank you for the super chat. Let me in, let me in. But yeah, I'm just so tired, chat. When the power came back on, early today, I was really excited because I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I can finally like get back to doing all my work, you know, start recording, start doing this, start doing that. And then, I don't know, when the power came back on, I booted up my PC, and then I just sat there. And then just like realized how tired I was of all of it. Yihimatas, thank you so much for joining the collective. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you, thank you. Wait, whoops, thank you for the super chat. Readable paper and candle funds. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I think like the big thing was just like how abruptly it halted all of my momentum to like get any work done. You know, like it's like if you're getting a groove and you're like in the zone for a while and you're like working and you're doing hard, and then something unexpected happens and just like interrupts you. It puts a halt on everything, and then it just takes time to get back into the groove. And today I just like wanted to like get back into and like, let's start recording again. Let's start recording. and just sit there in front of Reaper and just could not get anything done. It just would not come out. Azura, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Electricity was gone for 2 months, and when it came back, I heard the sound. I heard the sound of a fan again. It felt like a blessing. 2 months? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could handle that. I think for me, the longest time when we had our power out for about a week, by the 3rd day, I was like done, and I started going to the library to like start charging my laptop and working there. I could not handle 2 months. I would have to just go find another place to work. Oh my goodness. But glad to hear you were able to get through it. Adelina, welcome to the collective. Welcome. But yeah, I think, unplanned breaks are hard. It's hard to know when you actually start once you get back to it. The motivation is the pain to get back in gear. It really is, yeah. I think this weekend is nice. I have not gotten any recording, like any substantial amount of recording done for any of my projects in like the last 2 weeks. Last week, because I was completely exhausted from doing so many streams that I overslept 2 of my streams in the mornings. And then, like, was it in the afternoons? I think for like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I was just out. I was lying there, or I had finished the morning stream, and then I would like lie there in bed and be like, no, I can't do this. And I go back to sleep because I just needed the rest. And then this weekend, I was like, I'm going to take Sunday off and prepare for a proper week of rest. Monday went fine, and then Tuesday, it just, so it feels like I have not gotten, like, proper rest, you know? It's like, I know I took a break, but it wasn't a break I wanted to take. And because of that, I don't feel as rested as I feel like I should have. But at the same time, now we're like 2 weeks late, and I want to start getting back to my projects. So hopefully this weekend, I'm able to, get back in gear and then start working on some more projects. You're Josuiji. I'm so tired. Chat. Shinri is back, but it's valid. You coped with those outages for so long and trying to hold it off. Now it's done. You feel the weights off and tiredness kick in. Yeah, it's been rough. When the universe says F you and your motivation, right? Give me a moment, chat. I need to go pour myself some water real quick. I don't know if you can hear that. Forced rest is the worst rest. Too stubborn to accept it. Yes, this is real water. This is not, it's not spicy water. It's too early for spicy water. Hip hip Frey. Thank you so much for the super chat. At any rate, we're right behind you. Cheering you on all the way. Thank you. I do have to say though, I have like a goal that I am saving up for. It's a new microphone. It's one that was recommended to me by Flayon when I popped into his chat, like just before. He mentioned that I can go and look for a particular microphone. I think it was like he said the CAD E100S. I had been saving up for that, like, as a general thought of like, oh, like at some point in the future, I really do want to upgrade to that one. And then I just never actually like dedicated time to saving up for it. But like, since he mentioned it, and I know he's like really good with when it comes to like microphones, I do want to aim for that soon. Yeah, he did say it would be good for my voice. I'm just not sure if people would people notice? Do people notice, chat? Okay, question. When a streamer gets like an equipment upgrade, right? And they don't say anything about it, can people tell? We might. It depends. Definitely. I feel like I tend to notice. We do? Okay. I can't tell the difference. I don't know, because... Okay. You can tell with earbuds. Yes. I can never. Maybe. I believe so. It depends. My worry is this. I think like so my thought is I was always under the impression that YouTube compresses audio and there's like a cap for the audio bitrate. So it doesn't matter what you do, like it doesn't matter how good your microphone is if it goes through YouTube's video. Like it's only good if we're like recording like voice packs after the fact, you know, not compressed on YouTube, but like voice packs or maybe actually it's just that, isn't it? I'm trying to think like what other things can we use our voice for and like put files out that like don't, because like if we make a music video that'll be produced and it'll also be on YouTube, but YouTube still compresses that. So like maybe if it's on Spotify, I'm not sure. If you try to YouTube, maybe you can use 4K HD video. It doesn't compress audio as much. I'm not sure if I don't know if my PC is able to handle 4K. It's already having difficulty with 1080p. The poor internet connection problems. Podcast. There's a noticeable difference in audio here compared to the voice they pack or the Twitter audio post. The Twitter audio posts, those are done through my iPhone microphone, because the iPhone is the iOS like Twitter app is the only app that allows voice tweets at the moment. So the audio there goes directly through the iPhone. The audio here goes through my microphone into OBS and then from OBS to YouTube. As for the voice packs, I actually recorded the voice packs with another microphone that I don't have plugged into my PC at the moment. Oh, I jumped to HD after realizing his mistake. I think I'm at 1080p, aren't I? I would hope so. How can I check? I don't see it on this side. Maybe. Oh, yeah, looks like I'm at 1080p on this side. Not Jasmine. Welcome to the collective. Welcome. I think you're going from a Honda Civic to a Ferrari, you'll notice regardless of the compression, but if you're going from a Ferrari to a Lamborghini, not so much. Probably not, yeah. I think though, it's like, it's not too expensive. The last time I checked, it was like 200. So if I budget out every month like a certain amount of money to like save up for it, then I think it'll be within reach. It's not like one of those what was it, the Shure SM7B, I think. Like that's the one that like everyone has, like all the streamers have. I think that's like $500-$600. That one is like wildly expensive. I don't know if I can afford that, but like this one is only about 200, so I can budget it with a couple of months. So yeah, it's the streamer mic. The thing is, like, I don't know if I want to get something that expensive. Magni uses it. Oh my gosh, I think Magni has like had time to like properly sound treat his room, because the thing that I worry about is that, like, let's say I do spend money on a very expensive microphone, I'll have it and then I'll use it, and then you'll hear how poorly sound treated my room is. It'll just be like, you'll hear all the echoes and like all the creaks of the old wood and like the mice scratching from inside the walls. Like you'll hear every detail. Like you could hear, I don't know, my pores on the skin of my face, like expanding as I sweat because my room gets really hot. I don't know, chat. Okay, do you remember the chat, do you guys remember like the whole like the backlash with like ultra high definition TV? Do you remember that, chat? Like when people are watching shows, like they were just, before ultra high definition came out, everyone was just watching shows and it's like 720p, maybe like the equivalent, right? And they're just having fun, right? And then like ultra high definition came out and you could see everyone's pores on all the actors' faces. And it was like, what? Those people are like actual humans and they have like blemishes and pores. And yeah, the news anchors, because the anchors had their face like front and center on the screens all the time, and you could see like every bit of them. It's not even like if someone like woke up late and they didn't get a proper shave done and they had like, some bits of stubble still left over, you could see like individual bits of stubble, right? Because so much detail there. And it was just so jarring to look at me like, whoa, that does not look like an anchor. That looks like a real human with like the weird pores and oily skin. And oh, that was so weird. But that's what I worry. That's what I worry. If I get like a really high-end microphone, you'll hear like everything. Like, I have a few filters set up to like avoid that, but like things like, I don't know, like mouth sounds, mouth clicks, and like the bubbles that like form, the bubbles that form in your mouth when you talk too much, and you have that little like, I don't know, like foam. We'll hear the sweat, right? And the tummy grumble ASMR, exactly. The pop noises are enhanced Ultra HD, right? Alice, thank you for the super chat. Welcome back, Shmi. Glad you're safe. Sorry I missed the first part of the Zatsu. If I may, could I have a happy belated birthday for my Oshi? Happy birthday, Alice. Happy birthday. I hope it was a great one. Apologize I missed it. But I hope you had a good birthday, Alice. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday super chats are still something I need to get used to like handling properly. Yeah. Wait, whoops, thank you for the super chat. We'll hear the very atoms in the air bumping around. Okay. So I don't think you heard it on the recording, right? But I had turned my gain up very, very high. It's like 100%. And then I dropped it down to about 80 or so, because there was like, even though there wasn't any background noise, there was still like the noise of a body. Does that make sense? Like, if you go back and you listen to the video that I posted, the little rambling thing, like the fact that my body was just there in front of the microphone rambling, like you could hear it, right? Like my stomach gurgling, or like my elbows creaking, or like me shuffling around in my chair a little bit, right? Like because it sounded, because there was like no background noise, there was no PC fans, no electric whirring, no like bassy buzz of electricity. Like it was just like every other sound there was like overly emphasized, and it was so strange, Body noise sounds like a horror thing. Right, like an actual creak, right? Raylan, thank you for the super chat. To rally the kois, could we please get a battle cry of the collective? Is that gonna be the battle cry? Moe moe koi? I mentioned it felt like an audio recording that you'd find in the video game. Oh yeah, I've been going through people's comments and replies to that. Just want to say again, thank you so much for all the support and all the patience. I know that of all the boys, I find it a little fun, like a little bit karma. I don't know, like ironic maybe, that like Bettel started out having like the most amount of tech issues very early on, right after our debuts, and then now he's like absolutely no problems at all. His streams have been buttery smooth, and then now here I am suffering from like internet outages and power outages and natural disasters happening left and right. So Sama, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I think like if it had been an active decision, you know, if it had been like, hey Bettel, I will actively decide to take all your tech issues and then bear them. You know, I'll put them on my shoulder and I'll bear them. It would have been fine because, you know, I've got that like it would have worked with me, you know. But no, it's just all like they're all like, yeah, we're done with Bettel. Let's go cause, you know, mayhem with Shinri's connections. Contagious tech issues. Not the sacrifice kink again. Will the curse pass on to Flayon next? I hope not. If it sticks with me, I'll be okay. As long as it doesn't like bother the other boys, I'll be fine with it. It was just your turn. The EN curse is eternal, right? Oh, chat. I just want to say, I think it was really cute to see everyone replying with the Amaoto, thank you so much for the super chat. Okoiri Shinri, glad you came back safely. I'm glad to be back. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I just wanted to say that I think it was really sweet that people were sharing their keyboards on the Twitter post after I had like cleaned my PC or like cleaned my keyboard. I forgot because okay, so the way that it happened was I was just sitting there and I was like, well, I don't know what to do, and then I was like staring very intently at my keyboard, and then I noticed like a stray little strand of hair, and then like one of the keys had some like gunk on it, and I don't know where the gunk came from, but I think it was like dried coffee stains or whatever when I spilled a cup of coffee. But I looked at that, I was like, might as well. So I spent like how many hours? Like 1.5 hours just taking it all apart and then like meticulously going through and like cleaning the entire thing and like scrubbing it out. And then I used up all of my compressed air. I don't have any more. I need to go get some more. I'm trying to dry it out again. Your keyboard is cute. Thank you. I really like the color of it. Okay, so matcha flavored. Yeah, it's supposed to be matcha. But it has like little bits of food here and there as like special keys. It's really good. I love it so much. But it was like, oh, I never expected your caps to have Hangul on it. I'm practicing it, and like one of the big ways that I like learn a language is by like forcing myself to immerse into it, which is why I have like a whole bunch of like, I try to play games with Korean titles if I can to like force myself to practice more. It's a lot of work, but like playing Overwatch in Korean, I realized like I'd never actually read. I only like pay attention to the locations of things because I've already memorized where the hotkeys are and everything, so like it doesn't really help. But you know, I still try to like immerse myself in it, so like that's why I have the keyboards in there, or sorry, the keycaps. But yeah, it is rough. These are actually the second set of keycaps I have for this keyboard. The keyboard itself is pretty old. I've had this for a while. Like the previous one that I had was like a black keys with white, no, not white, like a translucent gray. What are they called again? I forget. Oh no, it's the thing where you have like two keys. Well, like the buttons have like two. One is like translucent, and then the other one goes on top, and it has like a little like a hole that the second one, the bottom one, comes through, and like the light shines through it. I forget what it's called. They're like very thin keycaps, but they like clip into each other. I don't know. I forgot what they're called. And pudding? Are they called pudding? Wait, let me see if I remember putting keycaps. Are they those? Double shot. These don't look like the ones I'm thinking of. Kind of, but not exactly. I think it's double shot though. I think double shot's the right term for it. Supernova 10. Okwiri. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you, thank you. I think it's called, I think the style of keys are called double shot keys, where they have like a translucent piece of plastic inside and then like a opaque piece of plastic on the outside. Why are they named after foods? Because it's great. I love things that are named after food. I can say though, my room is very clean. It is very, very clean. It hasn't been this clean in a while. I like went ahead and wiped down all the surfaces of dust. I like cleaned out all the dust from, you know, behind the PC. I have like all my boxes organized, all my things in my drawers cleaned up. It's just, yeah. It's just very clean. It's just very clean now, which is nice, I suppose. Like it's a nice feeling of having like clean rooms, I guess. I don't know, like the sensation that I have when I clean my room is like, my room is nice. This is pleasant. But like it doesn't really extend into anything else. It's just like, my room is nice. And then it just kind of stops there. You did your spring cleaning? Okay. Chat. Today was the first day when I was sitting in my room and I felt a sensation in my face. I could like feel the heat of like the world, and I noticed that like it is now that we are transitioning from winter into spring, and I am not ready for it, chat. I am not ready for it. Okay, so like, you know what, okay, so I did mention a while back that like my body is naturally warm, so like I already give off a fair bit of heat just because like I am like a guy. And then I have my PC, right? And then my room starts to warm up, right? But like up until this point, because it's been winter, because it's been very cold, what happens is like the amount of heat that my PC and my body generate has been like nicely balanced with the cold outside. So like whenever I have my window open, like it's nice and refreshing and it's not too hot, it's not too cold, right? But today I was like, wait a minute, it's a little stuffy in here. A little stuffier than usual. And I realized, oh no, the outside world is warming up. It is springtime. Do you have a fan in your room? No, I don't. I turn it off when I don't have one because not only is it very loud, like if I did have a fan, I would turn it off when I'm streaming because the fan noises get very loud and it picks up, my microphone picks it up. I love springtime. I can't handle springtime. I can't handle it. Give me winter like 8 months out of a 12, you know? And then for the other 4 months, give me like fall. Like that's what I would love. I've got a heat pump installed a year or so ago. Unfortunately, the airflow in my room it does very little for my room. Oh no. Yeah, oh my gosh. And the worst part is this place here has central heating and cooling because it's like a pretty old-ish apartment. So whenever my housemates are like downstairs and like it's cold for them, they turn on the heater, but then like it just heats up the entire upstairs section of the house, and only that. And like all the rooms above the ground floor is just like super toasty, and like it catches, like my room gets caught in that too. So like this office gets very, very hot, and I just can't handle it. It's nicer in the winter, right? When like you close the door and it gets nice and toasty. But like here, as we're transitioning into springtime, no, it's not good. I do not like it. You're already a walking heater. Yeah, I can already feel it. Just put more clothes on. That's what I'm saying, right? Like socks. Just wear socks. Put on a sock. If it gets too cold, put on 2 socks. Easy peasy, right? Oh my gosh. I want to go back to Zenokuni because in Zenokuni we had so like the apartment that I lived in back in Zenokuni had like one room, which is like the living room, and then like a quote hallway that was a combination of the bathrooms, both bathrooms, the toilet and the shower, and the kitchen. And then like it led directly to the open door. And that was it. So like but the thing was, you could go and close the door to your one living room and then like turn on the fan, because the thing is, not necessarily a studio, it was a separate room that contained like your bed and like your office, you know, your desk and your PC and everything, right? But like you could go ahead and close the door. And the thing was, you only had this tiny little cooler, this little air conditioner, and you only really needed that because you were not going into the other rooms to do anything else. So the entire like home's power like demand was just that one AC for that one room, and you didn't have to leave it. So like we could keep the entire place cool for pretty low power. It was amazing. I wish I could have that. It was one of those really fancy dual like vent things. I forget it. It was like it looked like a giant flat rectangle that you stuck on the wall corner, and then it would blast cool air into the room, and it had like these two tubes, one for like intake and one for exhaust. It was amazing. I wish I could get one of those, but like even that would be too loud in this place, I think. Then yeah, I need to get one of those. I really do. They're incredible. Like that's what I miss. Like, why would you like? I'm sure there are reasons why central heating exists, central heating and cooling, but after seeing how we do it in Zenokuni and how we do it here, comparing the two, it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would you want something that heats up the entire building when you only need to heat up or cool one single room, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Okay, but imagine this, the air hurts your lungs when you breathe in. That's where I'm at. If it's a cold hurt, I will be able to handle it. I would much rather be taking that. Maybe so the pipes don't freeze? I don't think so. It's not bad enough here in this region of Zenokuni for things to freeze. I know central air conditioning in the hot parts of the US can result in people needing heaters in midsummer because the building doesn't cool or heat evenly. Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I'm thinking. Like, just give me like a single AC that only heats and cools one room, and it's the room that we use most often, right? And just leave it there. That's what I'm gonna do. One thing that I did want to mention that I completely forgot about because we went off on another tangent. I was looking through some of the comments in the video, and I'm surprised so many people enjoyed it. It was me just kind of like sitting there rambling at the microphone about something. Okay, so I told this to Hakka after I come back and we had power. I like mentioned to him, Chad, do you guys remember that one scene in Avengers Endgame where you had like Tony Stark and Tony Stark and the oh shoot, what was like, what's the name again? Oh no. The robot one. Thanos' daughter, robot one. No, because they were inside that, like, the ship that was like running out of power. Nebula, yeah. It was just Tony Stark and Nebula. And they were inside that like broken derelict ship, and they were trying to make it work together, and they were trying to like fix it and everything, and then like they just couldn't do it. So like every now and then, like Tony Stark would go up to like the cockpit, and then he would like pick up his mask and like take a recording of himself, and then he would just just talk into it and like leave his last final messages, right? Like that's the scene that I had in my mind. I was sitting there, I was like staring at the microphone, and I was like, yes, this is it. This is the last thing that they'll hear, but I hope I have enough power to send this message across. So like I was there just like staring at the microphone, this inanimate object looking right back at me, and then just talking to it, not sure if anyone will ever get it or if the message would even be saved properly, you know? It sounds like Signalis. Right? Like it had those moments, like in my mind, like that's what I was envisioning, and I was trying not to be like super chuny about it, but battery's low, it's getting dark, I'm sleepy. If I had the foresight, I would have at least come up with something really cool to see that. But no, my battery power actually did run out at the very end there. So that was the microphone that you heard me talking into. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say like binaural. It has two inputs, like two little microphones on the left and right side. And you can kind of hear me shifting left and right as I talk into it. For those of you who purchased the voice pack, I did a bit more of like the left and right sound fluctuation. So like that was the thing, but like I had used it for the Valentine's Day voice pack recording like back in a while back. A long while back, yeah. So I forgot to put in new batteries for that. And when I mentioned that the batteries were running out, it really was like I could see it flashing like low battery, warning. I should have been like preparing and anticipating for that. I didn't know, like, okay, so the thing was like there's no like good convention when it comes to like low power warnings. Sometimes like what is it? In some devices, like whenever you have low battery power, it'll give you a warning and be like, hey, you have low battery. But it'll say that for like 5 minutes, you know, it'll be like, hey, by the way, your battery is low and it's going to be fine for like 5 minutes, but then afterwards it's going to go. Other times it just dies like immediately. It's like, hey, by the way, low battery, bleh. And it just dies right there. So I had no idea exactly how long the microphone had to like record it. So when I saw it, I was like, better play it safe and like record it sooner, like end it sooner than later. So that's why I just kind of like close it abruptly. But like, if I only had like the foresight, you know, let it go on recording so that even make it more like tuny, and then have it like cut out in the middle of the recording. So like, I'll say something and it'll be like, oh yeah, chat, and don't forget to. And like have the sound, just have the audio cut out like right there, right then, just as I'm about to like say something very important, you know. Oh my goodness, try martinis. Thank you so much for the Akasupa. Thank you. You could literally read a grocery list and we would enjoy it. Shinri's ramblings, both serious and silly, are golden. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Akasupa. It's like the characters die before they see the most important thing, right? I wouldn't be a main character, so like my death would be kind of like abrupt. It wouldn't be too long, you know. Like every single person in the film got like Thanos snapped away, except for Peter Parker, who's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, and then he has like this whole scene where he's just like suffering, and it's like, why is he able to like withstand it for so long? Like, how does he able to tell? And I guess like the whole like Peter Tingle power, you know. Chat, the code to my safe is but yeah, just going back, I think the thing that I noticed was a lot of comments about how much people enjoyed that. I might try to make it like a series. I don't know, just like no actual sound effects or anything, just like me, I guess, in a closet. D-Time, thank you for the super chat. Anxiety would have been so high. Cliffhangers are my enemy. I might try like one or two, but I don't know how I'll do that. I'll do my best to like just try to keep it as like, I guess the word would be organic, right? Like as free form and organic, like complete stream of consciousness. Yeah, I say closet because I don't know, like the only reason why I was able to record that was because I had like no power at all. There was like no sound, no background noise, no humming. It was just like me in front of the mic. But like if I want like that kind of sound treatment, it would be like I'd have to go into my closet to like have all the clothing absorb the sound, because then you don't have like the echoes and the reverberations, because like the tons of jackets and the pants will absorb the sound before it like bounces around too much. So like that's a way to do like a impromptu studio sound booth-ish thing. Will you fit? Yeah, I do. I will. I should be fine. Shut your power off every time you record. I'll just get to my housemates and be like, hey housemates, I want to go flip the breaker for the entire house. I just need to record this thing for like 30 minutes. And then just like walk outside, slam the breaker, and then just turn power off for the entire building. And then record for 30 minutes. I would piss off everybody in the building so much if I did that. They'd be like, Shinri, what are you doing? Stop flipping the breaker so often. You're gonna destroy the fuses. You're gonna pop the fuse. Just pop the transformer for the whole block. I'll just go get like my bow and arrow, and then like every time I need to record, I'll just like loose an arrow at the transformer and just cause it to explode. The entire neighborhood goes down. It's all quiet. I get to record. Like a month later, someone over there at the power company is gonna be like, "What? That neighborhood again? Isn't that crazy ninja archer guy we can never catch? Where is he coming from? Why is he targeting that specific transformer and only that transformer? Nothing else." That would be actually pretty hilarious. I would get in so much trouble for that though, because they would be able to look at the angle of the arrow, you know? Power plant workers hate him. Is your room too noisy to do audiobook recordings? Power companies hate this one trick. Just one simple arrow and a bow. You can plunge your entire neighborhood into absolute silence with this one simple trick. Sorry, I was trying to like drink water and then I inhaled some of it too much. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, I did choke a little bit on the water. I'll try. I don't know. I would love to be able to do that, but like, I guess the thing is like it's very difficult to just ramble on command, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've tried this in the past before, where I will go ahead and like I'll just sit down and be like, all right, I want to go record myself just rambling, and it's very difficult. It's like I think it's a skill that I just need to practice a bit more. You got to be in the rambling mood exactly. Like I have to be like antsy, have a lot of thoughts, things to talk about that I want to like discuss that I just am not able to because, well, in this case it was the power outage. Green arrows, trick arrows. The boxing glove arrow, right? Just talk about Sunella's lore. Oh my gosh. Ah, wait. I just remembered. This is a thing that I had wanted to ask Mana-chan about this. Hang on. While I'm here, let me just go. While I'm here, I'm gonna ask. Sorry, chat. I just want to do this before I forget. Shaker from League of Legends, Okoiri. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Happy 1 month, let's go. It's the click clackety, right? What's your word per minute? It's not that fast. It's like 80. I think the last time I tested. But I think it's just 80. I want to get up to like 100, but like it's really difficult to like get it up to 100. Okay, so here's the thing. It's very easy to have like 100 words per minute for me when I have like the text in front of me, right? Like if the only thing that I'm doing is just like, you know, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, right? Kiren, okoiri, kiwari somewhere when. I might maybe like a study stream where I just like type. Maybe that would be fun. I don't know. I asked Mana-chan like have other HoloLive or HoloStar talents use like a typing game or like a typing website, and I haven't found one yet. So maybe I'll look around for those, right? But like I want to get it up to like 100 consistently. I think the big thing is like it's very difficult to wait, Flayon did a typing test? I wonder. Wait, let me see. I'll just do it. Like, let's see. Typing speed test. Okay, I think I'm not gonna show it on screen because I don't know if I'm allowed to do so or not. But like, we'll do like a minute of typing. Chichiya, welcome to the collective. Welcome. I don't know how trustworthy this website is. So I'm gonna mute the website and then I'll just go ahead and try it. Here we go. These are weird words. I've not seen these words before. Your speed was 70 with 93% accuracy. Alright, is there another typing test website maybe? I think it'll be easier if we like have words, sentences, I don't know. Something that can't be right. It's usually like I usually have to like prepare for it. So maybe you should get a left-handed keyboard. I'm actually right-handed when it comes to keyboard. Wait, I don't think is there a difference? Monkey type? Is that monkey type? Is that okay, mute. Okay. Click here. Okay, here we go. We'll try this. I don't think there's a left-handed keyboard. Aren't keyboards all the same? I thought like the layout would be the same. Like regardless. %, 88 words per minute. But it's only a 30-second test, so wait, let me see. Hang on, I had to go turn off this thing. Oh gosh, because the browser keeps trying to like autocomplete these things. Okay, let me try a 60-second one. Here we go. Wait, Saya, thank you so much for the Yakka Super. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Shinri, are you left-handed? I am, but I don't think it matters for typing. I don't think it. Hang on, let me try this one more time. 60 seconds. Yeah. It is just 98 though. 490 characters per minute. I wonder why they don't say specialized characters. For keyboards, are you a Thok or Clack person? I like Thok, but I haven't been able to buy a Thoky keyboard. So right now I'm sticking with Clack. One of these days I'll do like a proper stream of like typing, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. I just haven't been able to find one that I can show on stream because of like perms and all that. But yeah. Zaya, thank you for the orange super chat. Thank you. Typing speed twins. Yeah, let's go. A lot of this is mostly because I just like used to type a lot for work. So it ended up becoming a big thing. And like honestly, even if I'm able to like type this fast, I have to admit that a lot of it only comes from the fact that like the words are on the screen already. I think like Like when I'm actually typing things out, like essays and like writing down like my script for reading or like reading out loud and all that, my typing speed is significantly slower because I have to like think of what I want to say. If I'm just copying pasting whatever's on the screen and then just typing out the same words, that's pretty easy to do. Like that's when like I have super fast words per minute, but like when it comes to like actually putting down thoughts, my brain does not work that fast. So it's like significantly slower there. Yeah, like when you're transcribing, it's a lot easier. How many times can you type pudding in a minute? If I have to type it multiple times, I'd probably just type it once, add a space, and then just control paste it over and over again. It's a lot easier to spam copy paste than it is to type it out. So what I would do is I would spam it, and then like every like 5 seconds I would go control A and then control C, control V, and then I would spam like 20 puddings in a go, and then just keep doing that like at every 5-second intervals, and then by the time I get to like a minute, I'll like the last one will be control A everything and then control C one more time. Just double it. 3 times slower when copy pasting, going from whatever pops in my brain is much faster. I wish my brain thought that fast. My brain thinks in like emotions and feelings. It doesn't think in like concrete words. So I have to like, when I make an argument, I have to make an argument, and then like I know where the argument wants to go, but it takes me a while to like process that and then like put those into words to direct people into the emotion that I want to evoke in them. It's very difficult. So it takes me like a long time. Are you good at rhythm games? I am terrible at rhythm games. I am not a rhythm game person. What's your MBTI? ISTP. It is the it's the MBTI type of the mentor characters that sacrifice themselves to allow the protagonist to go through a character arc. Quinn, thank you so much for the super chat. Just got home from work, glad to see the power is back on and you're streaming. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really glad to be back in streaming. Yeah. Yes, ISTP. There's a website that's like, oh, which character from media are you? And ISTP is like the one. It features characters like Jim Hopper, and it's like, yeah. I don't know if people have seen it enough to spoil it, but like, there's Hopper there. The S in ISTP being self-sacrifice. So going back, before the whole typing test thing, what I wanted to ask, okay, I say this with the idea that it's just a thought. I have not actually done any like work on it, and I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. But what I wanted to ask Mana-chan before that whole thing was, like, it came up to me because like someone mentioned Signalis again in chat, and I was thinking about that. Like, a part of my brain was like processing it for a bit, and I was like, wait a minute, it'd be cool if I like did a review stream of like my thoughts on Signalis. And then like I remember talking about this to like Mana-san about like if we could do this type of stuff, and then like I vaguely remember the response that we got was like probably not. And the reason why it's no, or probably a no, is because it comes across as like cover endorsing a product, you know? So like that's the thing that they want to avoid, which I completely understand, because like, as you know, a Tempus guy, I do represent Cover Corporation to some degree. So we have to do it very carefully. So I want to ask Mana-san, or ask Mana-chan to ask Mana-san if something like this is feasible, as long as I keep it like very objective, or like here is my experience with it. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, I recommend you go buy this game. You know, like I don't think I would be able to say that, because that would definitely be like an endorsement. But like, I don't know. Double decker mana. It's just mana sans and mana chans all the way up and down. Just lots of managerial red tape. Is it red tape? Like red tape is like more bureaucracy, I guess. Just like lots of papers that need to be filed. But yeah, how many mana chans and mana sans, mana kuns are there? Millions. It goes all the way up the chain. All the way down the chain too, right? No giving your IGN score. Oh my gosh. The only thing that I know about IGN scores is like, Heroes of the Storm took their score that they got from IGN and they turned it into a meme. Was it when Heroes of the Storm first came out, IGN was like, it's an okay MOBA. It's like not the best, but it's also not the worst. 6.5 out of 10. And then what Heroes of the Storm did was they turned 6.5 out of 10 into a meme, and they just made items in the game that you could use. Like if you go into one of the arenas, in the background you'll see like characters holding up a sign cheering you on, saying, oh, 6.5 out of 10, let's go. Things like that. And like you have a flag that you can plant when you like destroy an enemy's base. It drops a flag and the flag displays 6.5 out of 10. Like, I just love how, like, they just took the meme and were just like, we're not going to take it seriously. We're just going to have fun with it. And they just did. I realized that Blizzard killed it. Yeah, it didn't end up surviving, unfortunately. But it's still, like, it has, like, a population. So, 7.8 out of 10. It's like this game it's fine, but it could have been better. I'm going to rate it exactly 7.14629 out of 10. But on the weekend, it's more like a 7.6. It's like a very specific, like if you're in the mood for it, then it goes up, it bumps it up by like half a point. If you're not, it's still kind of fun, but like it does take a little bit of work, so we drop it down by like 0.67% or whatever. And make it very, very specific, right? It depends on the holiday. Did you have a good Pi Day? No, I did not. Pi Day was the day that the power went out, and that was it. The power went out, and then just suffered for a while. I was really bored. That's all I did. Yeah, no power. It was just I don't know, chat. Like the last 2 days have just been like really, I don't know, it's been weirdly like stressful, of like the sensation of, I know I mentioned this in the past a couple of times already, that like I feel like I need to get caught up, you know? As in like, compared to the other boys, like I do want to do more. I want to keep making things. I want to keep doing things. I just feel a little bit frustrated with the circumstances that I'm in, because, you know, I don't have like the time or the space or the freedom to just, you know, do a karaoke whenever, you know, or like even the equipment right now to like start up a hand cam stream. So it's very difficult for me to do that. So I already feel pretty behind. And then this past couple of days, I just realized like I can't do anything, you know, like nothing's happening, nothing is being made, nothing is being developed and all that. So it was difficult a bit. Sanithania, no koiri, konnichiwa, Shinri, glad to see you're doing okay. Yeah, glad to be back. Hopefully, internet connection issues barring, and power issues tomorrow will be a better stream, good stream, I hope. I do want to see about getting through to more of Resident Evil, because this week I don't think we made much progress at all. Saki is sleepy. Okoiri. These streams are very late night for me. I'm often still awake because of insomnia. They're very comforting and often help me sleep. Thank you. Glad to hear that. Thank you so much for rejoining the membership. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're able to get lots of comforting vibes in this stream. But yeah. Want to make you rent a space for a day for even a couple of hours? Unfortunately, no. The most I could do is probably like rent out a place for like a day through Airbnb maybe. And then, I don't know, I'll have to see. Because like that, like even renting a place out for a day is costly. And it's not just the cost, but like, I need to make sure like there's Wi-Fi that works, it's good enough to stream with. I can bring all my materials over there to like set up a hand cam situation, get all that done, all the materials. It's just very difficult. Although I do want to try that. I'll look into that. Hang on, let me go write that down somewhere. Where's my paper? Uh-oh, I don't have my notepad with me. There we go. I just left a note. I have a channel where I send Mana-chan all these things and like ignore this last one. This is just for me. And I wrote down rent an Airbnb for hand cam streams. So I'll go ahead and like look and do some research to see if I can figure out where there are any like affordable Airbnbs that I could take over for like a day. I think that'd be very great. I'll do my best to see if I can get one. I don't know how much work I could do, like, because that's a lot of, like, I would need to have, I can't bring my desktop, oh gosh. If I can get like a, oh no, I'd have to buy a laptop because I don't have a laptop anymore. Oh no. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. Aina, okoeri, konnichiwa Shinri. Hope you get to have coffee today. I did have coffee today, earlier. I want some more coffee, but it's like 7:30 and I don't think I should be drinking coffee anymore. Okay, so I'm thinking like maybe get a laptop and then a webcam, and then I don't know if I can bring my microphone with me. That's the thing. What's the cheapest laptop I could get that would let me stream? Ideally not on Wi-Fi, but because I would need a webcam, I would need a microphone. I don't want to take this microphone that I have right now out because it's like locked into my stand. So I would have, it's better to save up for moving out instead. It's a thing though. It's over 1k USD. Oh my gosh. I'll have to ask Bettel to see like what Bettel or Axel maybe. I know Magni has like a whole setup right now, but I'll keep it on my mind. If like the opportunity comes up and I'm able to utilize it, then I will. I really do want to. Okay, so chat. I don't know when or how or why, but like I do want to get back into cake decorating, which is weird because I probably will never ever use the skill. I don't like sweets. So so like I don't really have a time or a place to like practice doing a lot of cake decorating, but like I still do want to show off like the skills that I had learned in the past. And this is just me being very selfish and like very sentimental, but I do want to make a Black Forest cake because Raya's favorite cake is a Black Forest cake. So I do want to try to make a Black Forest cake, You know, I think that'd be very cute. Honestly, okay, so here's the thing. Black Forest cakes are actually very easy to make. The one that I make, I don't use buttercream. I just use whipped cream. It's a lot lighter. It's not as sweet. It's not as like thick and creamy. And whipped cream is very light, so it doesn't leave that film on your mouth whenever you like eat those like super creamy, sugary buttercreams. And like, yeah, buttercream is much too heavy, which is why I just use whipped cream for black. I don't know why I had a big brain fart for Black Forest cakes, right? So yeah, no whipped cream, or no buttercream. Use whipped cream, but like I do want to use buttercream to like show off some things. I want to show off my ability to make roses really fast because, well, it's been like, oh gosh, wait. Now that I think about it, it's been like 2.5 years since I last made a buttercream rose. Like, it's been a long time since I've made. I might be a little bit rusty, but we'll see. See, Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. What's your opinion on cheesecake? Love the idea of a baking stream. I love cheesecake. I don't know how to bake. That's real Black Forest cake uses whipped cream anyways. American version uses buttercream because it's more stable. But yeah, we're gonna if we do one, we'll do the whipped cream version. Wait, maybe I could go and like get one of those big trays of like regular, like just pre-made cupcakes without the frosting, and then I'll just do the extra frosting on top of it. Like that'd be a lot easier, rather than like baking that many cakes, because I would need at least like 2 or 3 round 8 inches to make a Black Forest cake. Who would I give it to afterwards? Because it would just be me. Like there will be a Mana-chan there to like take part of it. I just have like a whole Black Forest cake. Jacob for League of Legends, thank you for the super chat. Don't hate me for the sacrilege, but maybe you can show us some shaving creamed roses instead. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Because all you would need to do is like spray the shaving cream into like a bag, and then you would have to cut the tip. Can we send you recipes if we have them? Okay. Rose, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to say yes, but with the caveat that I have no idea when this hand cam stream is going to take place, because I would have to do a lot of research to figure out the proper logistics of this. So 100% likelihood that I'm going to absolutely forget. But I would love to get some recipe recommendations. I just know that by the time the hand cam stream ever does get scheduled, it'll be like sometime in the future, and I will most likely forget by that point, so I will apologize. I think when I have things like more fleshed out and like written down, so be like, okay, I can go ahead and schedule one for like, 3 weeks down the line or 2 weeks down the line, then I'll go and ask everyone for it, because then it'll be like more fresh and like right there on my mind. Because if I get them now, I'm 100% going to forget. I'm so sorry. But yeah, what if you decorate a box with whipped cream? I mean, like, you could decorate lots of things with whipped cream as long as it holds on to it. That's the thing. What if the cake thing happened in tandem with an off collapse, so you have someone to pawn the cake off to? I need to figure out where Magni lives so that I can get over to his place and then like bake a cake, and then I remember, because it just like it came out to my mind about I saw a gif of the boys cooking, and Bettel was it Bettel or was it Magni? I forget whose hands it was, but they were forming the shape of an amehigejz. And they were I didn't realize what they were doing for a while, because I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then they were like forming the shape, but like they were pressing their thumbs in a way that was like very, like I would have called a meeting for that. I would have called an emergency meeting for the way that they were pushing their hands into the dough. But yeah, the pizza that was Magni. Oh my gosh. And I hear that they did not bake it all the way. I hear that they did not bake it all the way and they had some fun times afterwards. It was raw. Oh my gosh. I think the boys here at Guild Tempest all have like a very similar issue. And the issue is we don't know when things are done cooking. They did not know how to... How difficult is it to use an oven? You turn the oven on, you preheat it to a certain temperature, and then just let it get to that temperature, right? After it's at that temperature, you stick it in there, and then you just let it go. That's all you gotta do. Mana-chan had to type in the chat, do not eat the raw dough. Oh my gosh. Oh, the dough mat was too thick. Did they not like do the whole spinny thing? Or at least like get a roller and like roll it out? They didn't roll it thin enough? Oh no. In my experience, like if you're gonna cook like pizza like that, you simply, you make it pretty flat. You don't make it, you don't like leave it so it's like lumpy in places, right? But you want to flatten it out. And then if you flatten it out properly, you really don't even need to time it. You just need to look at the cheese. And the cheese will start to burn and turn brown at the top. And the crust will also turn brown. And you can like guesstimate off of that. As opposed to like... See, the thing that I'm basing my pizza off of, or the pizza that I have in my mind, is Altair's pizza. Where he pulled it out, the cheese was melted, right? But it wasn't like burned. Or it wasn't like... It didn't have the nice crust on it. So it's like not quite there, like visually, you know, like the cheese is melted. You're like, okay, it's almost there. You need to leave it in there for like 10 more minutes. But they, I don't know. The boys do have an issue with pulling things out of the oven too quickly. It was even farther from being done, right? That one, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you know how to let the dough rise? Isn't that one where you just like toss over either saran wrap or like a cloth over the top, then you just sit it out on the counter? That's all you gotta do, right? Altair, like you don't really need to do much more than that. Like after you're finished incorporating everything, you just leave it. And then they almost put the saran wrap in the oven. No. Oh no. The way they didn't let it rise? Oh no. I love the flavor of molten saran wrap that's like clinging to the top of my pizzas after I throw it into the oven. Oh. The oven was preheating and they stuck it in this, and that's fine. Oh, no. You're supposed to wait for the oven to finish preheating, or else you won't get the right temperature to cook it all the way through. Because like it doesn't get hot enough. Oh no. Who let them cook the stream? Oh my goodness. Only rested for a short bit. Could have been made into a thin crust. They could have. I don't think they were I don't remember watching all of it though. I would have liked to see the whole thing. Didn't go back and watch the VODs. They use the preheating oven to spin. Okay, wait, chat. I have a question. This is a question that has been on my mind for a while, and it's about preheating ovens, okay? So, have you all seen that one skit about like air conditioners and heaters, and like you can go ahead and like, or the skit's like, can you trick a heater to heat faster by raising the temperature up to a higher like temperature than you actually want it to, so that it heats the room faster, and then you lower the temperature. So like if you want to get the house to like, I don't know, 75 degrees, right? You actually set it to like 79, and then it tricks the heater to heating extra fast, so that once it gets to 75, then you can reduce it back down and say, all right, I was just joking. You don't have to heat it to 79. I only wanted to get to like 75. Right? Like that. Do you guys think that works for ovens too? If you go ahead and you preheat your oven to 550, I don't know if many ovens go that high, but like if you set it to like 500, right? And then you let it go, and then you can trick it to heat faster, so that you can get to the 400 without like waiting that long. It doesn't work for the air conditioning. No, you can't do that. So it just like heats at a gradual rate, and then it just... I never really... Do you want to try it? I do kind of want to try it just for like my own like personal curiosity's sake. But here's the thing, like I don't actually bake that long or bake that much. I cook. So like if you need me to like stir fry things, or if you need me to like saute things, if you need me to like sear things, like I'm really good at that. Like cooking just in general. I'm not that good at baking. Baking is difficult. But you know how to bake? I mean, when it comes to baking, it's just following the numbers right, but then like I get impatient. I don't know. For me, it feels a lot better to cook and then like let the flavors guide you, you know? Like you just throw everything in there, and then like you taste it as you cook it, and then you're like, oh, it's, you know, it's good, or could use a little more salt, could use a little more ginger, could use a little more garlic, and like you can just have fun with cooking, right? But baking, yeah, it's a little more like chemistry. Yeah, it's like a science, exactly. I was never that good at it. I was never really good. Speaking of science things that I was never really good at, titrations. I hated titrations. I hated it so much. Kisha, thank you for the super chat. Your Honor, what kind of cheesecake do you like? Most cheesecakes in general, provided that they are not sweet or do not have too much fruit on them. Final Vento, thank you for the super chat. All I know is that we're probably still safer with you cooking for us than most of the Tempus I will do my best. I want to do like a hand cam cooking stream one of these days, but it'll take a while. Yeah, okay, so for those of you who don't know what titrations are, this is like from like a long time ago, like a decade ago, but back when I was still in college. But like it's like a chemical process, no, not a process, it's like a lab activity that you do where you measure like exactly the ratios of like two chemicals together, and like at what point does like the reaction go like one way or the other. And I'm probably explaining this completely wrong, but you have like a solution with like an indicator in it, and then the indicator will change color depending on like the amount of like one chemical versus the other. And then what you do is you put in like a drop, like a single drop at a time, and then you count exactly how many drops go into it before the indicator changes. And then as soon as it changes, you stop it, and then you count, all right, how much percentage of this chemical was in the solution that I was dipping into this other one, drop by drop. And then you do like numbers math on that or something like that. I forget. It's balancing out the acids and bases using a pH indicator. That sounds like science. That's probably it. Shaker for League of Legends, thank you for the super chat. You owe me compensation for the PTSD inflicted for my titrations when it instantly turned magenta even though I was watching it. Thank you for the super chat. If I'm not mistaken, it's based off the ratio. So if you just put in more of the first chemical in, it goes backwards. So if you went too far, you can just like switch out the pipettes to more of the bait, like the main solution, whatever that you're like dropping things into, and put more of like the main solution into it, and then it'll just reset. You just have to count and like keep track. But yeah, I hated it because it took so long, and it was like, it just took forever. I like doing chemistry more than learning chemistry. I can see that, yeah. If it was any shade pinker, I'll have to repeat it again. Oh no. I have I remember like getting a sheet of paper, like a white sheet of paper, and then like having one of my my lab partners get like a flashlight, because they did not believe it. They didn't trust it. They're like, we have to wait for the color to turn like the slightest hue of pink. And like they like they shone the flashlight through the flask to like see the exact moment when it changes. And of course, like it doesn't like drop in like you would imagine like a food dye. It doesn't work that way. It drops and the entire thing changes like instantly. Like that's how fast it happens. Like the whole flask, everything will go turn, right? But like there was no way you could like tell. Like it'd be like completely clear one moment, the drop would hit, and then the entire thing would change instantly. Like I'm sure if you had like one of those high-speed cameras that were like staring at the flask, you could see it changing, right? Like I'm sure you could do that, but we didn't have those. We were just like poor college students trying to do a thing. You had to be very precise with it to avoid, right? Yeah, you had to be completely like super careful. Was interested in chemistry, but I had an awful teacher senior year of high school. Now I can't stand it. Oh no. That's always difficult, especially when you have like a fun subject that you're super into, and then like just a teacher in general ends up causing it to leave a bad taste in your mouth. Yeah. You have to constantly mix it. We didn't have to mix it. We had one of those little magnetic pills. So what we do is you drop in this little tiny pill into the bottom of the flask, and you put it on this little plate that had like another spinning magnet underneath it, and then you would hit a button, and then it would spin the magnet, and the pill itself would spin and stir the whole thing for you. Yeah. Stir bar, magnetic stir. Yeah, I've always thought those were really cute. I wanted one for like my coffee. I wanted one for my coffee. So like I'd pour my coffee, and then like I would have like a little magnetic stir bar at the bottom that would like spin. And then I realized I just drink my coffee black, so I don't put creamer in there. I don't put sugar in there, so there's nothing to mix. So I end up not getting one. But like, I like the idea. I thought it was fun. I often why we don't use magnetic stir bars for food. I think it's because it's very easy to lose the little the magnetic stir. Also, when it comes to food, like I can see how it acts as like a choking hazard for like home use. Like if it gets to a kid, and like the kid gets a cup with the magnetic stir still inside it, then I think that might be like a little hazard there. But other than that, you know, I think it'd be fun. Swallowing it would be an embarrassing ER visit, yeah. But like, it's one of those things of like, if you work in a science lab and you just have extras, you know, you might as well. As long as you know that they're clean, you know? Tickles, thank you so much for the super chat. Me and my friends were having a debate on what would be worse, being in constant pain or constant tickles. I already live in constant pain, so I'll take that. Constant tickles, I'm pretty ticklish and I can't breathe, so I figured that would be like akin to suffocating. So I would say constant pain. Or I would take constant pain, and I would say being in constant tickles would be more painful, would be worse. Gracie, thank you so much for the super chat. Want to see how cute the acrylic stands are. I just got you in the voice a few days ago. They're all over my desk. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for purchasing your acrylic stands. I hope you all enjoy them. I wish we could do some more poses, but like for now they won't let us do any more poses. I want to do like a super cute idol pose. The one that keeps coming up to my mind is the one where I'm holding a microphone and like my arm is like outstretched towards you. I think that'd be very cute. But I would require like a proper idol outfit to do that, and like it'd be like slightly dynamic, so it wouldn't be like straight, you know, up and down, or like in a neutral pose. It'd be like kind of tilted to the side and then turned over with my arms outstretched. I think that'd be very cute. Cover your eye like an edgelord. The hard hand pose. Okay, that's the thing though. I don't know if we can. Like, if we could do a heart hand pose, I would love it. But the boys have already tried that, and they weren't allowed to get the heart hand pose. Or they weren't all allowed to get the heart hand pose. So, who knows if they'll allow us to do that for here in VG. Finger hearts. Okay, wait, chat. When did finger hearts come from? I think for me, I grew up in a time when we did our hearts with our 4 fingers and our thumb. So what you would do is hold your hand out, palms facing down. Bring all 4 fingers together, and then what you want to do is you want to press your thumb together to make the point of the heart, and then your 4 fingers curl up to make the 2 little bumps. And like that's the two-handed heart that I know of, right? It's from Korea. Oh, the little finger hearts. Okay, so the first time I saw that, I couldn't discern the heart because it looked like they were doing some kind of like pinching finger thing. Like it looked like they were doing the pinching thing, like where you have the but it's not the same, but like it's like the fingers that they're all kind of pinched, right? It looks like a pinch, and it didn't look like a heart. They were like doing the money sign. That's kind of there too, right? But like they didn't do the finger rubbing action. So the lack of the finger rubbing action was like, okay, it looks like the money sign, but there's no finger rubbing. So like I guess it's probably not that, but like they did the little finger pinch thing. I was like, what are they doing? Right? What does that look like? But of course, you know, I didn't want to look like the weird person who would be like, what are you guys doing? Right? They were like, oh, you know, do the heart sign. So I was like, all right, cool. And then I copied it. And it was really bad because I didn't know where to put my fingers because I didn't realize it was supposed to make a heart. So what I ended up making was like a V, by like really forcefully sticking out my index finger and my thumb. So I have like a little V instead of like a heart, you know? So it looked very strange on the picture. It's a very wide heart. Hang on, let me draw it. Let me see if I can get this paint to work. Okay. Okay, wait. I don't have a reference for how like this works. Okay, so like I'm gonna stare at my own hand right now and then draw my thumb, right? This looks very weird. I can't draw hands. I'm not an artist, so I can't really draw hands to like begin with. But okay, you know what? This is good enough. This is good enough. Okay, and then I'm going to like outline the heart shape. Sorry, you can't see this, chat. One day I'll have like a Telecaster thing that's like put on top so that you can see it. And now I had to draw my shameful, really bad thing that I did. Because it was very awkward. Because I had no idea what they were doing. And I was just like, you know what? We're gonna do this, because I had to like approximate where their hands were. Let's see. Okay, this is good enough, I guess. Wait, hang on. There's like the thumb pad over there. Okay. And then screenshot. Okay, so this looks terrible, but we're just gonna go with it. Where is sort by date? Okay, so there it is, chat. The thing on the left is what you're supposed to do. Like, you kind of pinch with your fingers, and it's supposed to make that heart sign, right? But like, I didn't know what I was doing, so like, I saw them like bringing their index and thumb finger up, right? So like, I had to like stretch out my index fingers, so I got this like really weird looking lopsided heart. So like, the left one is what you're supposed to do, but the right one is what I end up doing, because like, I had no idea what they were doing. So like, I didn't know, like, where does this finger heart thing come from? Like, what? Where? Actual K-pop idols do that version of the heart too? Maybe it's because like they're on the stage. Yeah, it's more like a finger gun, but like, it's like a finger gun, but you like kind of cross the two fingers together. So it's not like a full-on pew-pew finger gun. It's like a finger gun, but like you bring your thumb inwards and then you cross it with your cross the base of the index finger. So like, this is the one that I ended up doing, and it looked very weird. It's like a finger gun you put under your chin to look very cool. But yeah, so that's what my thought was. Like, when I saw the finger hearts, I was like, what is a finger heart? But yeah. That was what I saw. But like, I didn't know where that came from, because like, I didn't see it at all, because I was used to the whole hand. Hang on. Oh wait, you know what? Here, let me draw you the thing that I was used to. Here, I should get at my pen again. Okay. And then the hand goes like this. So the thing that I'm used to is something more like... Wait, I gotta draw the other hand drawing the same, finishing the heart. I gotta draw the second hand finishing the heart. Okay, so this is the two-handed heart sign that I am more familiar with, that I see more around. It's where you take two hands and then you finish a heart, right? Like, that's the one that I'm more familiar with. So you get both of your hands, or like you know, with someone who's like really close to you, right? And then you go ahead and and then you take your thumb and you're going to make the bottom half of the heart, and then you curl your fingers over to make the top, and then the other person also does the same thing, and then you put together, you complete the heart. That's the one that I'm more familiar with, you know? Oh. Okay. So maybe not that one, right? Okay, so the one that like I think most people are familiar with are like let me go. I'll go fix it. Is this one? I think this is the one that more people are familiar with. Here, if I just copy it and I mirror the thumb, I don't have to draw it twice. I can just do this. Yeah. There we go. That's the one, right? That's the one I think more people are familiar with. Raylan, thank you for the super chat. So this is the heart side that I'm familiar with, but it uses the whole hand, not your fingers. Chat, being 30 is fun. You go through a lot of stuff when you're 30. That's you with all the ghosts that you encounter, right? I go up to Kunti chat and like, hey, try to make the heart, and Kunti chat just gives a thumbs up. And that's all. But yeah, I didn't know where the finger heart thing comes from. But it's fun to see how like different things are changing. It's really cute to see it. Von Dammit. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the stream, Shinri. Your voice always brightens up my day. Love from Canada. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I believe she gives a thumbs down. Oof. Ow. I can feel it like actually happening though. Even to me after she cuts off with one hand, thumbs down, right? Save this art for future purposes. I can't wait to see if anyone decides to take that and like spin their own take on it. I'm interested to see. Please use the art. Thank you for the super chat, Keisha. Thank you. What do you mean you can't draw? I just copied the thing that I saw in front of my face. It's just like trying to draw the lines. It's a step above the high five and fist bump awkwardness. Okay, that reminds me. I want to see like some animation of like I want to see like a martial arts like choreographed fighting animation, right? Hey Moonlight, thank you so much for the super chat. Drawing stream when I'm not that good at drawing. I don't know if I'll have content enough to make an entire stream of drawing, but like maybe some doodles here and there. But like I want to imagine like a choreographed martial arts fight scene, right? Where one person goes up and tries to give a high five, and the other person tries to go and give a fist bump, and they like collide in the middle, and then the first time it's like, oh, ha, we made a mistake, right? And then they switch over. So the guy who did the high five first switches over and tries to do a fist bump, right? And then the person who fist bumped switches over and does a high five, right? And then they collide again, and they're like, oh, haha, it's funny, we did it a second time, how silly of us, right? And then like it starts getting more aggressive as like the person trying to fist bump gets like more violent and more impactful, and the person trying to give a high five is like catching and then like ends up blocking physically all the punches as they're trying to like throw them, and they like alternate and switch back and forth. I think that'd be really cool to see like a choreographed martial arts fight scene like Dragon Ball, except one of them is high-fiving, the other one is fist bumping. That'd be so much fun to see. Catching these hands, right? Just intensifies and gets faster. Oh, I love the mental idea though, because like it's like when you're trying to pass someone in a hallway, right? You walk up to them and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and then you try to turn to the side, but you both move to the same side, like you both move left, and then you move to the right, and then they also move right, and you're just kind of like in this weird like awkward shuffle of going back and forth. The random one, welcome to the collective. Hope you enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Right? It's like it's very awkward, and it just gets frustrating, and then like as it gets more and more frustrating, they start to become violent and aggressive, and they start like break out into a full martial arts choreographed fight scene. I think it'd be really cool. Turn the awkward shuffle into a dance. That would actually be very cute. That'd be very cute. Oh my gosh. Very, very cute. Why are you squaring up in an elevator right when you're trying to leave the elevator, but then the other people are trying to come into the elevator? And you have that weird like little shuffle moment there. I wonder if Shinri knows how to dance. I do not. I used to a long, long time ago, but it's been so long I've forgotten. Do you know how to dance at all? I know how to like wiggle. But no, I have not like properly danced in a long time. What type of dance? This is gonna be cringe. I was like really into breakdancing when I was younger, and like doing handstands, and I don't even remember what they're called, but like the whole was it? I think it was called like the B-boys. It was like that. There was a whole phase in high school when like everyone was into breakdancing, and that was a thing a long time ago. But yeah. No, because it was B-boys. It was like we were listening to like K-pop music that we didn't understand, because like none of us knew what the words to say, but like it went hard, and like we could feel it in our souls as high school students, you know, like we felt the energy. And then but like that's what we did. Like we would just like breakdance here and there, and I remember just like sitting in like the quad of our high school, because like there's nothing to do. It's just like you just spend time in the quad, and like someone would bring it wasn't even a boombox. It was just like a CD player with like the loudest speakers that we could, and then we'd just like play songs and then like breakdancing. And that was it. But no, that was a long time ago. I don't remember that anymore. And before player, it started out with like a big CD player, and then like a couple of years later, we had upgraded to the Microsoft Zune. If anyone knows what that is, like we had speakers and we played it on the Microsoft Zune. Yeah, that's what we played the music on. We would play it on that thing because none of us could afford the iPhone. I think it's the iPhone, the small square one with a little circle menu. Like that's what we used. I wish I could get back into it. It's gonna take a long time to like get my limbs and joints back up to the point where I could do that. iPod Nano. I don't think it was a Nano. I think it was the Mini. I think it was the Mini, not the Nano. Yeah, they were super competitive at the time. You mentioned on Twitter you used to play the piano. Could you tell us what skill level was? I don't know. I think I mentioned this a long time ago in another Zatsudan that like I only played piano for the songs that I really enjoyed. So I would go to the website Ichigo's, and then I would just download sheet music for like Final Fantasy and like Studio Ghibli, and then that's what I would play. So like I never actually got like a proper level. So like we would go to like recitals, right? And then everyone would be all this fancy dressed up stuff, and I'd be like black jeans because that's like the closest I had, and like, you know, hand-me-down shoes and all that. And then all these kids would play these amazing like classical pieces, and then I would go there and I would play like To Xanar Ken from Final Fantasy X. Or what is it? Suteki Dane? Like I would play those, and then like that's what I would play. Or like the theme song to Ranma 1/2. Like that's what I would play. So you'd be like this amazing classical piece. Opening theme song to Ranma 1/2, classical piece, and like that, it would just be there because like I didn't care, you know. I wasn't there to be all like fancy at it. I just played it because I thought the music was cool, and like it's like make cool music. But yeah, so it was the whiplash between like the moods, because like I don't know, like everyone took it so seriously. They were like, oh, like it's a recital. Don't you know what that means, Shinri? I'm like, no. All I know is you're making me wake up at like on a Saturday to go and play here, and I don't like that. And like, I don't know. I remember like a bunch of these kids being like super snobby. Well, I didn't know they were being snobby about it, but like I recognize now that they're being snobby. Back then, I just thought they like were super into piano to a degree that I was not into. You know, like that's all I thought. In my head, it's just kind of like, wow, they really like piano. Like I've never seen these animes before, played the games, but like they really love the songs that they're playing. So I guess it's cool. But they were just like super, super snobby about that. They were like, oh, I bet you can't even, I don't know, like hit these notes on this kind of a thing. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about. But I can play this Final Fantasy. Did you do Chocobos? I can play the Chocobo theme song. And I just had fun with that. So like they would try to be super snobby, but like a lot of like the piano that I did was like self-taught. So like I didn't know. Like I didn't know how like ambitious a song was, or like how challenging or how difficult it was. I was just like, it's a song. If it sounds good, play it. If it doesn't, then don't. I'm so glad I didn't get to you. I do want to pick up the piano again, but like honestly, okay, so what I want to do is I want to pick up the piano, but I want to like learn how to play by ear so that I can just like play songs without like sheet music, because I don't really care about things like being like mechanically amazing, because I know I don't have time to like practice mechanically. Like all those like wild crazy songs, I like, while I would love to do that, I just know I don't have the time to dedicate to it. So if I can at least get like a melody and like an accompany left hand thing to it, but you know. Oh, Cabelia, Okoiri, Shinri, you are adorable. Oh, thank you. I don't know, I just didn't take too many things too seriously. It's a lot of fun to learn by ear. Just take the time to sit there and play the keys, get yourself the hang of it. That's what I wanted to do. I also do want to save up for that piano. I did put out a tweet, and I want to thank everyone for all the recommendations for the type of piano to get. I did not realize some pianos were very expensive. So I didn't realize how expensive some of these pianos would be. The one that I saw recommended most often was a Yamaha brand, and of the Yamaha brands, it was the P45, I think. That was the one that I saw being... Umemi! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Umemi, thank you so much for the Yakasupa piano / keyboard funds. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I will continue to do some more research, but I've gotten a lot of feedback about the type of pianist to look in, so I'll take all the feedback into consideration, as well as like the actual like my own research on like what I guess would fit, because apparently pianos are very long. I forgot how I underestimated how long they were, and I don't know if it'll actually fit on my desk. Oh hey Hakka, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day, Hakka. So I do have to do a bit more research to see which one I'll get, but I think I have a good idea of where I want to go with the piano. I want to make sure it's a good quality piano, because I do want to take this one seriously. I don't want to get like a cheap one that I just kind of play and like mess around with and then forget like promptly. So I do want to invest in like a good piano, and invest in one that like I can really spend time getting good at. So yeah. What about a piano stand? I don't really want to buy more furniture. Like my chair is already falling apart. I don't know if I want to keep buying more things. I was just hoping to like stick the piano or the keyboard, whatever it is, like the digital keyboard, onto the desk that I already use. So I figure I'll just like leave it there. Piano stands aren't that big if you get a foldy one. Okay, but here's the thing though. My desk, I haven't shown a picture of my desk because there's a few things on my desk that I can't show. I don't think I'm allowed to show, which is why I haven't shown like a picture of my desk yet. It's nothing bad. It's like stickers and paraphernalia of like content creators that I look up to and I think are really cool. Yeah, I don't know if I can like show off those things because it's like but yeah, yeah, it is merch, but like I don't know if I can show this merch because it's like I have to go check with Meta-chan to see if I can like show it off, you know. Too much info. Oshi stickers, let's go. Yeah, a few Oshi stickers. a few I suppose. But yeah, the desk mat is actually like a commercial desk mat that I bought. It's called Night Market. Hang on, let me see. Desk mat. I think you can buy it online. Wait. There's a lot of desk mats labeled Night Market. Games? No, it's on a Sassy mouse pad. I've already shown like parts of it. So the desk mat I have is just like a cute little like anime desk pad with like a whole bunch of game characters on it. Like there's Mei from Overwatch. There's like Sans and Papyrus. There's like the Amogus characters, the little Hollow Knight, and a bunch of others. They're just like from various games. Shinri mousepad when? Nah, it's not a sussy one. I can't find it though. I don't know where it went. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, wait. I think I found it. Jisoo Kim. It's called The Night Market by Jisoo Kim. The Night Market, Jisoo Kim. Let me see. Mouse desk mat, I think. I can't find the actual thing. That's weird. I don't know why I can't find it. But like that's the artist, Jisoo Kim. Oh gosh, yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where you can buy it, but like that's the desk mat that I have. It's just like a whole bunch of cute characters from various video games all put together. Let me just toss it into chat. It's called that right there. Yeah, so I got it at TwitchCon last year, I think, and I've had it since then, and I try to keep good care of it. It's very nice. It's adorable. I love it. It could have been a limited thing, maybe. Oh, that'd be terrible if it was a limited thing, because it's a really pretty one. I love the colors on it. It's like it has that amazing like it's got like the, I don't know, it's like purples, blues and purples and like pinks. It just looks really good. Oh wait, hold up, let me see. It might be from, I don't know if I could say the brand. Oh, oh, never mind. Yeah, it's from Clacked. It's a shop that like has a collaboration with Intel, but it looks like their website is down for the moment. Their shop is down, but that's where I got the thing. TwitchCon foam pit. No, I didn't participate in the foam pit. But yeah, that's where I got it. It's called the Night Market. It's really cute. It's super cute. That's why I got it. But yeah. Good times, good times. Let's see. Oh wait, we were talking about the piano. Yeah. I do want to get the piano. I don't know when it's going to arrive because I do want to save up money for it. I am confident that I can budget enough money for it, but at the same time I do want to like start practicing, so like maybe I'll go and like, I don't know, practice with my keyboard, like my actual QWERTY keyboard. I don't know, chat. I want to like, okay, there's like a lot of things I want to do, and like I've been talking with I did talk with Magni a while back about things like voice coaches or like singing coaches, and I like want to take like proper lessons and like do real voice acting classes and seminars and all that. It's just very expensive. All of it's very expensive. So I'm trying to like budget out money like each month to like save up for those in like the order of like priorities, I guess. Most like useful and most like versatile skills that I could build up. But like I really do want to focus on those too, but everything just costs money. So a lot of it just takes up takes time to budget properly and all that. Expensive based on the dollars per hour. Yeah. But I'll keep working hard, chat. I would definitely do one-on-one voiceover classes, but they're expensive though. Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine what the thing would be like if we do like a remote voice acting class, and then like the teacher like goes onto Zoom, and then like out pops me, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm the one that wants the voice acting lessons." Like they're expecting like a 3D person, like an actual human on the other end, and then just I appear on the Zoom call and I'm like, "Hi, it's me. I'm Shinri." I wonder, like, I don't want to scare people, and like, what if they're like a very old school and like super traditional type of teacher who's like, you know, who's only worked with like real humans in the meat space, you know? And then I pop out and it's like, "Hi, this is the first time you'll be teaching a virtual idol to sing." Because like they won't know. They'll be like, "Wait, is this a prank? Is this a joke?" And I'll be like, "No, it's not a joke. Like I'm like right here. I can listen to you. I'm like responding to you." And like, see, like I can wiggle and like respond to you in real time, like, "Yes, I am actually here, and yes, I'm alive." Like, would they get terrified? They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, AI has really gone out of control. They're like digital people taking voiceover lessons." Oh my gosh, with the whole news with like, oh, like AI and like ChatGPT this and that, and like AI this, you know, art and all this like writing stuff, this and that, right? Like all the news, they like heard of it but they don't see it, and then they see me and it's like, "Oh no, it's already happening." Or just turn off your camera. I worry, like, don't you have to like be there with like a camera on so you can be like, like you have to open up your mouth even more so you can be like, and then oh, you have to like straighten your back and then breathe through your chest. Just say it's a custom Zoom pins there. Virtual fish are taking my classes now. I remember the one about that one attorney that showed up in court, who was like, "Oh, it's me, judge. I'm here. I'm not a cat. I don't know how to turn the filter off." And it was just like this really sad cat filter on the attorney's face. And he just didn't know how to take it off. Arkio, thank you for the super chat. From what I can tell from watching Holo Pros, Cover will probably make the teacher send an NDA and have you work with them in your 3D body. I have a 3D body? Oh, that'd be so cool. I wish I could get a 3D body soon. The sad cat, right? Yeah, the assistant to help, right? Imagine that, though. That'd be a lot of fun. My 3D body. That's... It's really fun to think about it, but I know that, like, for me, at least for the Vanguard boys here, like, our 3Ds are super, super far in the future. There's, like, nothing that... Congrats on my 3D body. That'd be so strange, though. Like, my first 3D debut would be for, like, the voice actor teacher, and only the voice. Like, they won't understand. Like, this is the first time anyone would be seeing my 3D body, and they are getting like a one-on-one show with it. They won't understand the importance and significance of it. But no, oh my gosh, thinking about like the 3D showcases that happened the past couple of weeks with like the Hollow Myth senpais, I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh, I wonder what we would look like in 3D. I want to get together with the boys and then, like, I don't know, like, just do silly things with our 3Ds, like, if we get it in the future, like maybe next year or the year after that. Probably like the year after that. I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun because, like, we would just, I don't know, like, I would try to recreate scenes from like Red versus Blue in my head with our 3D bodies. That'd be a lot of fun in the future. Hello, Battalion. Welcome, welcome. And Magnation. All right. Y'all are still doing the off collab. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Hello. It's good to see everybody. How did your streams go? I hope it went well. I am having a wonderful time just getting caught up with chat here after a rough couple of days in the past. You survived the power outage? I did. $300 plus on Toreba? Ooh. They spent over $200 for 2 toys? Nice. Very nice. Money well spent. Excuse me. Don't chat, welcome to the collective. Arkio, thank you for the super chat. The meat space. We have like 3D printing technology. We can 3D print ourselves into the meat space. That'd be so cool, though. Thank you for the super chat. Money not okay. Well, here's the question. Or was it good? Like, were they good toys at the very least? You know? Like, were they? I don't know. Like, I know like Bettel got Brian the last time, so I would say like Brian was a pretty great find. You know? A turnip? That's really cute. Did it have like a face on it? Like a smiling face? A giant turnip plush? Aww. And a cat? Okay, that sounds really cute. That actually sounds really cute. A dango? And a bunny dango? Aww. That's really cute. I have a confession. I have like a very sussy thought about dongos. Like, I want a dongo body pillow, but like on one side it's like just the regular dongo, right? And then on the other side it's the dongo but with the soy sauce like thing on it. What is it called? It's the soy sauce like thing that you dip the dongo into. It's like a body pillow, but on one side is just regular dongo, and then on the other side it's dongo, but it has like the soy sauce drizzled over the top. Matarashi? Mitarashi, right? Ponzu? I think it's Mitarashi. Mitarashi dango. Yeah, that's the one. Ponzu dango. Yeah, that's the one. It's a citrus dipping sauce, right? Yeah. See, that's what I said, chat. I intentionally mispronounced it. It is saucy, chat. Literally saucy. Ah, gotcha, chat. It's the ponzu sauce. It would have made more. It would have been better if I had like actually remembered the name of the sauce. But finally, chat. This one time I was able to get all of you. Clonoa Dreams, welcome to the collective. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the channel badge and the emotes. The ponzu sauce. Oh, that one's really good too. I like that one. Ponzu sauce. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. I need to keep that. I need to keep that in mind for the next time. Gui, thank you for the super chat. And you say you don't like dad jokes. Okay, maybe there is like a little bit of fun in being the one that like delivers the punchline to a dad joke. Because like in the past, it's always been me getting dad joked. So doing the dad joking is kind of fun. Velocity Love, thank you for the join the collective. Hope you enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you. Got you all, chat. I took psychic damage. Come on. Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Never catch you live. Glad I was here for that one. Yeah. It's a great way to return after a couple of days off stream because of power outages. Is this your ponzu skew? Oh, okay, that one's pretty good too. I like that one. I like that too. You won for now. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna wait. I'm like terrified now. Chat's gonna come up with something collectively better. Wings of Hope, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. If you received a gifted membership, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Can we get some yellow hearts in chat for the gifted memberships? Thank you. And Vivian Conquest, welcome. Thank you for joining the collective. But I'm glad to hear that they did manage to get a couple of plushies. I want to know, does the turnip one have a face on it? Okay, so to be completely honest, I don't know if I like the idea of a turnip plushie with or without a face. I think both are actively like, or both are like equally cute. It can be very cute to like hug and squeeze. Curry Fishball, welcome to the collective. Just big and squishy, it's just a plain turnip. That sounds amazing. I love it. 030. Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you. I think, wait, isn't there like a brand of like Japanese plushie makers that make like hyper realistic shrimp and like chicken wing plushies? Leon, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. If you receive one, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you. Parimai Okoiri. I heard dad jokes. What do you get when you throw a book into the ocean? A tidal wave. Praying for your safety during the storm. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But no, I'm sure there was I'm sure there was like there's a Japanese company out there that makes like hyper realistic shrimp plushies. Wait, let me see if I can find that. Realistic shrimp plushie. I'm pretty sure it was Japanese. It's like the oh gosh, it's like the sushi shrimp, the ebi. It's not like a shrimp, it's like a sushi shrimp, so it has like all the glistening spots on it. Kawaii, welcome to the collective. And Serenity, Okoiri. Glad you survived with no power. Forced rest is still a rest, I guess. In a way, yeah. I do want to try to get back into the groove of things again. Stationary and other high-sold items are hyper-realistic. It's all but has a cute charm to it. I would get the urge to eat things, right? That's what I think. Notorious BSG, thank you so much for re-upping the membership, Okoiri. Okay, like, I think for me, when it comes to like, I know the worst one for me was like realistic erasers. I think those are the ones that caused me the most problems, because whenever I would see a realistic eraser, like those like the ones that like look like food, I always have an urge to like pick at it and like just like rip it apart, and then I end up breaking it. And I don't know, like I get the urge to just like fiddle with it if I see it. What the hell's a realistic eraser? It's like an eraser that's like styled to look like food, or like just like the ones that I remember were like food items, but like I just remember wanting to fiddle with it a lot, you know. I collected them since kindergarten. Yeah, realistic erasers are usually bad at erasing from my experience, right? I think they're like really just there to be like art pieces. Like you're not supposed to actually use them as erasers, but they're like very pretty to look at. Hamburger erasers. Oh, I like those too. The ones that smell like sweets. Okay, those are dangerous. If they not only looked like food, but they smelled like food, then it just became candy. And I just could not handle it. Because like I'm an impulsive kid. Like I'd see it be like, it smells good. It looks good, and it looks like candy. Why not? You know? You ate erasers? No, I didn't eat erasers, but I would like see it and I'd be like, I would want to eat it. Would be the thing. I think like the most interesting thing that I've seen in like a recent memory is like hand sanitizer. But it was hand sanitizer that was like scented like cereal. There was like a hand sanitizer bottle that was like blue, and it was like, oh, this one smells like Gatorade, or like this other, like this pink hand sanitizer smells like Fruity Pebbles, and it's like, why would you make them smell like food items? You ate hand sanitizer? No. I saw them at my local grocery stores, but like you can go there and they like are scented like cereal. But like I saw that and I was like, why would you do that? It's like back when I was a kid, we would have scented markers for like a moment. It was only a scented thing. Like scented markers are only around for maybe 3 months, and then they stopped. The school stopped buying scented markers because apparently giving a whole bunch of scented markers, whiteboard markers, to kids and be all like, hey, this one smells like grapes. And the kids would take it, they would pop it out, and they would just start sniffing the markers straight up. Like, why would you do that? Scented markers are the best, right? The kids were getting high off the scent. Oh my goodness. It's like, it's things that like you think to yourself like, okay, I can kind of see why you would make that product, but then afterwards in hindsight, like that was not a good idea. It was not a good idea at all. I think like one of the big ones, I don't know if anyone remembers these, but does anyone remember like green and purple ketchup? There was like blue ketchup, I think, as well. But there was like the colored ketchup, and like it was like a slime thing. Like they were like marketed as slimes, and oh my gosh, like it was weird. Heinz crazy sauce. I cannot. Shrek chop. Blue and pink butter. Oh no, I can't. I could not handle those. Like I know logically in my head it's still ketchup, right? But the colors would just be so, I don't know, it would just look so strange. The Sonic Blue Curry. Oh my god, that too. Like, I can understand why colorful food might be a thing, but then, like, you know, it's a good idea, but the execution of that idea was not okay. Because imagine like putting a little bit of ketchup on like an omelet, right? But it's like purple. I don't know. Or like you're making an omelet, right? And it's just like blue and green ketchup on top of it. Just I don't know. I can't handle it. It looked good in their heads. I think it may be good if it's like, Chad, do you guys remember all those like little white cups, the small tiny cups that you go into like in like fast food restaurants, and you would like squeeze in like a dollop of ketchup or like a dollop of mayo or mustard or relish or whatever it is, of like condiments and dressings into those little cups, right? I think if it was like colored ketchup in that quantity, I think it'd be fine, because it's not too much. It's like you see it and it's like a self-contained small novelty item, and you'd be like, oh, that's kind of fun, right? But I don't know, like the way that you would pour out ketchup on a dish and have all of that be green, that's a little too much. No name, Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. You're unlocking a lot of childhood memories, from silly bands to ramen hair. Yet another trip down memory lane. Some places still have them. Most of the places that I've been to recently don't have them anymore. From what I've seen, they've all switched over to packets. So if you want ketchup, they don't have the squeeze ketchup thing anymore, or those little white cups. Instead, you ask for ketchup, and they throw you like a handful of like those little ketchup packets and all that. The pink sauce. Oh, the viral pink sauce thing. Yeah, I have no idea what happened with that. I really hope someone has like a bottle of the pink sauce and they're able to like preserve it. And what I want them to do is I want them to like freeze dry it and then like seal it in acrylic or something. But like I want them to seal it up. And then like you'll save it, because I want this thing to be preserved. You know, I want people in the future to look back and be like, man, those people back in like the 2020s, like that was wild. Adrian Okoiri. Hi Shinri, it's been a while. Glad I was able to make it to your Zatsu today. Happy to be a companion for 1 month. Thank you so much for re-upping the membership, Okoiri. I think the MoMA exhibit in 2050. No, I want this thing to be preserved. I want it to be preserved for like years. I mean like 3,000 years in the future, you know? I think like I had a science professor, I forget which, I think geology. I think we had like a geology professor in college who had like vacuum sealed a Big Mac, I think. So he had this like glass, it's like really big glass display cases. And the bottom was like sealed with like a bunch of it looked like caulk, but it wasn't that. It was like a transparent like rubbery sealant, but like on the inside of it there was like a Big Mac burger, right? And it was like vacuum packed. So like you would put the big glass dome over the Big Mac, and then he sealed the bottom of the lip so that it'd be completely airtight. Yeah, caulk. It looked like caulk. It's the thing that you use for like the grouts in like your tiles and stuff. Oh yeah, I think it was silicone. I think it was more like silicone. It was more like translucent like silicone. But it was like that. right? So what they would do is he would put the Big Mac in the middle of the thing and then put this dome on top of it, and he sealed it up, and then he like turn it into like a vacuum pressure chamber, because he had this thing at the top of the glass dome where he would like stick a hose in it, and then he would suck out the air and create a vacuum inside it to preserve this Big Mac in like a near perfect vacuum. He said it was like a 99.9% vacuum, because he wasn't able to get like a perfect seal on it, but like he would just be there like on a display case next to a whole bunch of rocks. Like it'd be like rock. Actually, it was more specific than that. You would have like sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, igneous rocks, and the igneous rocks would be categorized in terms of hardness from like the lightest, the most the easiest to break, I forget, on the Mohs hardness scale, whatever it's called, the easiest to break to the hardest material, right? But he would have these display cases, right? And then all the way to the side in the same display case was just this vacuum sealed display of a Big Mac just in the middle of it. Why rocks? Because he was a geology professor, so like he had like this entire like room just full of rocks, and it was just there. But like that's what I want like this pink sauce thing that went viral. I want someone to take that, put it into a vacuum, and then just preserve it for future generations to see, right? So you go there and be like, oh look, it's rocks, the pink sauce, and it's just there, and you're wondering why is it there, and you're like, why isn't it? Why don't you have a copy to preserve it for the future? Everyone should remember this one historic moment, and then just leave it there. Irene Chang, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships? And if you received one, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you. And Vorax Okoiri, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Thank you. Pink sauce in the Big Mac, right? I don't know. I honestly, I never had him as a professor, like personally, because I never took a class. But like, he seemed super chill. Just like the guy loved rocks. He just loved rocks a lot and had like this amazing collection of various rocks. And like he would have like the rock itself, or like a specimen of the rock, and then next to it would be like I think it was cut with water, like a high pressure water like cutter would like cut the rocks in half and like show the inside of the rocks. And he mentioned that it was like a pressure cutter that used water to cut through those, and it's just really cool because he just like loved rocks. Shell Okoiri, thank you for the comfy stream. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And thank you for re-upping the membership. I hope you continue to enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. A water jet cutter. Yeah, one of those. So like he would have like a bunch of like rock samples, and then like rock samples that were cut in half with the water jet cutters, and then you could see like the inside of the rock, and it was really cool. But like the dude was just super chill, like just loved rocks. Geoscience professors are chill. Mine had a license plate that said CO2 Diva. Oh man. I see, that's the thing though. That's the thing. I want to be as passionate as that professor was passionate about rocks. I just like, I don't know. I still have like commitment issues on deciding like I want to like dedicate my life to this one thing. I still have commitment issues on that, right? But at some point I want to find something that I am that passionate about, you know? Geology professors are great. Mine showed up to class dressed as Darth Vader. How is it that there's like so many shared stories about geology professors just being like the most chillest, laid back, friendliest, yet also chaotically eccentric people? Everyone needs a geology professor, honestly. Like we all need a geology professor in our lives. They're just wonderful people because they rock. Here come the puns. Here comes the puns. Man. I don't know. I feel like you have to be like a certain amount, just like super chill individual, just like really laid back and just love to have fun to become a geology professor. And I think it's wonderful. They are very grounded individuals, right? They don't take their wonderful lives for granted. They're solid dudes. Oh no, the puns. The puns are happening. I saw the comments earlier about like me getting super passionate about lore, but like I don't know. I feel okay, so like I feel like sharing your passion about rocks is a bit more different than like being passionate about lore. Cause like you have to like explain the lore and all that. With rocks, you can just be like, hey, check out this cool rock. And then you'd be like, what is it? And you'd be like, it's a metamorphic rock. You don't need to know what that means, but just look how cool it is, right? And then like you could look at the rock and be like, oh, whoa, look at the bands in the rock. It's cool, it looks pretty, right? Like that would be it. But like there doesn't have to be like, let me tell you the premise and exposition of the story of Elster and like why Elsters are based off of neuroscans of gestalts of like this warring faction between these two nations that like control a like you don't have to explain all of that, you know. Many subtopics for geology. I think rocks are pretty cool. It's I think one of the big scary things is like, imagine when we get into the future, right? How, like, if we were able to get a vehicle that could fly from Earth to Venus and like survive in Venus atmosphere and collect rocks and then bring them back, right? Imagine how cool that would be to learn the geology of rocks on like a different planet. That'd be so cool. Rocks are a bit like gacha, you never know what's inside. Like, what if you find a geode and you see all those crystals on the inside? That's so cool. Rocks are formed by Mother Nature in there's different ways and across millions of years about how they were formed. There's info on where they're from and the soil and minerals. Yeah. I think one of the cool things about like is like the idea that a rock is like putty, you know? Like metamorphic rock. You know how like when you think of a rock, you think they're like all really tough and like they're hard and they're like very rigid, right? But like in the grand scheme of like the geologic time scale, right? Like if you have rock that's under the crust of the earth, like in those like tectonic plates that are being like crushed under like immense amount of pressures, they're not like rocks, they're more like putty, you know? It's more like a taffy, like they're being stretched and pulled this way and that way and heated. Like, I don't know, it's just wild to think about that, like in the terms of like, because like that's how you get those bands in those metamorphic rocks. Like it's not necessarily magma, it's like just rock, but it's not like molten magma, you know? But like the rocks are being like squeezed and stretched and pulled this way and that way because the earth itself is being squeezed, pushed and pulled depending on the tectonic plate movements and all that. And just like the time scale it would take, you know? Going Jupiter for cool rocks and finding a funny looking red glowing spiral rock. Thank you so much for the super chat, no name. I would absolutely touch it. You're talking about like the ones that look like the three twirly spiral things that end in a point that like look really sharp and they're like, yeah, I know the spiral rocks. I want to go touch one. I'm really curious. Okay, here's the thing though, chat. What if pretty what if you touch and they're pretty, you know? Glee, thank you for the super chat. Speaking of rocks and geodes, have you had a chance to see our White Day gifts? I have not. I have not actually, because my power went out on the day of. I have not seen it. I don't know when I could watch them. How would I go? I have it. Okay, so this is what I did. When I got the power back up, I managed to get it, and then I sent it over to Mana-chan, just to double check to see like what was going on with that. Like, does it have any like copyrighted stuff that I can't show on stream? Mana-chan said it may be okay to show. I have not seen the inside, like the contents of it yet. I saw the Google Doc, and I just sent over the link to Mana-chan. I think what I'll try to do is, it's a little late for me today, but I'll try to fit it in tomorrow and try to go through the White Day gifts. I know it's gonna be super late. I apologize. Just the storm and the power being out kind of threw a wrench into a lot of things, but I'll go through tomorrow. I'll go through tomorrow, maybe after we get through one chapter of Resident Evil 7. And then there's a membership stream afterwards, so I don't know if everyone will be able to see that on the membership stream. But yeah, I have not seen any like slide on the inside of it. I'm really curious to do so because I've only seen the link, and that's all yet. But yeah, it was quite an emergency. No worries. I still feel pretty bad. I feel like it's, you know, my job to be here for everybody, so I will do my best to make it up for everyone. But yes, speaking of, it has now been 3 hours of me rambling, and I have to go get some food because I haven't eaten yet. Chat, I just want to say thank you all for being patient with me through all these tech issues and natural disasters and all the chaotic stuff that's been going on. So thank you for welcoming me back after this little forced break of mine. I will see you all tomorrow, weather and power situation permitting, for some Resident Evil 7. We'll try to see how far we can get, because we think we finished the first chapter and we're going to go on to the next chapter. So yes, chat, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful night. Get lots of rest, get some food, get some water, wiggle around a bit and stretch your legs. And I will see you all next time, chat. Oh wait, hold up. Do I have like an announcement to make? Not at the moment. Everything that I'm supposed to make an announcement for has been delayed because all the stuff of the last 2 weeks. Alright, chat. Koyasumi, chat. Koyasumi. I am actually, to be completely honest, I have a feeling, I don't know if I am, but I have a feeling that I'm a little bit behind on some of the projects I'm supposed to be working on. Both because of last week's, me just being like completely exhausted last week, as well as this week's. So, gonna see if I can get back on track, get back into the groove, and hopefully be all caught up for a proper week of streams next week. Let me see real quick before we head out. Are any of the boys streaming? Ooh, it looks like Aruran-senpai is currently DJing for everyone, so I'll send you all over to his channel. Hope you're having a wonderful time over at Aruran-senpai's channel. DJ Art. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. Alright, chat, hope you have a wonderful time over there. And for those of you going to sleep, get lots of rest, sweet dreams. I'll see you all tomorrow. Koyasumi.